Hello, my name is Li Hao, and I'm going to try to do Advent of Code 2020. So today is day 7, which means that if you are the first time watching this video, that means that you have missed out day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. No, today is 7. 6 days. Watch them over here. I've recorded all of them, right? Go! So anyway, we are going to do Advent of Code, which is mini programming challenges every day on the Advent calendar. What does that mean? Which means that from 1st of December all the way to 25th of December, every day we have one mini programming challenge, and there's part 1 and part 2 of that challenge. So if you solve one of the parts, you get a gold star, and if you solve all of them every day, you get 50 stars, and that's the goal, right? And today we are looking at day 7. So let's go to the calendar. Day 7. Handy Haversacks. Right. You land at the regional airport in time for your next flight. In fact, it looks like you'll even have time to grab some food. Well, all flights are currently delayed due to issues in luggage processing. So many issues. Well, due to the recent aviation regulations, many rules, your puzzle input is a rule, are being enforced about bags and their content. Well, the bags must be color-coded and must contain specific quantities of other color-coded bags. Okay, apparently nobody responsible for these regulations considered how long they would take to enforce. Well, for example, consider the following rules. Light red bags contain one bright white bag. Wow, okay, so it's a very long-winded rules, which I'm not a fan of reading it out. Well, these rules specify required contents for 9 bag types, right? Red, orange, white, yellow. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 kind of bags. And in this example, every faded blue bag is empty. Faded blue bag, okay, is empty. And every white vibrant plum bag contains 11 bags. Where's a vibrant plum? Oh, okay, 5 faded and 6 dotted. Well, 5 faded and so on, okay. So that's the requirement. So you have a shiny gold bag. And if you want to carry it in at least and one other bag, how many different bag colors would be valid for the outermost bag? Okay. So in other words, how many color can eventually contain at least one shiny gold bag? So in the above rule, so where is the shiny gold bag? I'm gonna search for shiny gold bag. Okay, shiny gold bags, you can have bright white or muted yellow, right? So in the above rule, which can hold bright white can hold it directly, muted yellow can hold shiny gold bag. Dark orange bag can hold bright white and muted yellow, which means they can either hold one of it indirectly holding the shiny gold bag. Light red can hold white and muted yellow bags, which indirectly holding your shiny gold bag as well. So in this example, the number of bag colors that can eventually contain at least one shiny gold bag is 4. So how many bags colors can eventually contain at least one shiny gold bag? Okay, so I think we roughly know what's the rule, right? So dark olive bags can get faded blue, dotted black, and faded blue can contain no bags. Dotted black can contain no bags, right? So you can't bring vibrant plum bag because it cannot contain shiny gold bags. So we're gonna find out what are the bags that indirectly needed shiny gold bags. Indirectly contain shiny gold bag. So get the puzzle input. Okay, so this is how the input would look like. The color style of the bag contains style of the bag and then number, comma, separated, right? Well, it's a very long list. Let's save it. And okay, so as usual, we are going to copy the input day 7, and we're going to create a new code file 7, and we're gonna start coding day 7. So nice. Okay, let's close all others tab, and as usual, I'm gonna use JavaScript. As you can see, it's .js, and what I'm gonna do now is that I'm gonna import file system. I'm gonna read the file day7.txt and utf8. Okay, so the content of the file will be read out in this variable called content. And okay, let me look at it. Okay, so you know me. If you watched the previous video, right? I would use regular expressions for these kind of things. So, how to do regular expressions, right? Well, it's possible. So it starts with something, and with a space, and then bags, right? All of them contain bags, right? Bags, right? And contain, and this is where we get a repeat, right? So a number, and then space, and then the style of the bag again, and then bags. And this is where it will end with a full stop, and it will end, right? But of course, this itself may repeat a few times. So 0 or more times of this same thing again. Sorry, copy this. Right. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. I think a better way of writing it is that we don't have to repeat this. So over here, comma, space, and then this can be removed, and then this is plus, right? I think in most cases this can be wrapped. So what this do, actually I'm ashamed of telling you that I'm not very sure about this syntax. So non-capturing group JavaScript it should be right. You know, sometimes I just can't remember. Non-capturing group. Oh, okay, sorry. It should be colon. Question mark colon, which tells me non-capturing, which means because I want to say that this is optional, right? So this is not a very correct rule, but it's pretty alright. Is it? Yep, it's pretty alright. And I'm gonna add a question mark over here so that it's not greedy. So it will not be saying 5 wavy green bags, comma, trim pale beach as like one type of bag. As long as it hits the bags, then it will say that, okay, wavy green is the style, right? Not to be too greedy. And although you will have to always split a description with comma, but I'm just saying, because we know the input well, the comma will always be the case, will be always there. So we just say it's can be there or not, it's optional. So it's actually 0 to 1 time, right? I mean, either way, the input is correct, so we don't really care too much about it. And because we use this to capture this group to say that it can occur 0 to 1 time, but we don't want this to be actually a capturing group, so we use a non-capturing group by saying a question mark colon, say that this is actually not capturing. So when we find the group, when we are going to get the matching group, this will not appear, right? So I think we might still miss one of the case where it says no other bags, contain no other bags, right? So it can be this, right? Or no other, right? And actually this is non-capturing as well. We don't want to capture all this. And this is the regex that we are going to use, right? Regex equals to this. And let's try and see. So regex dot match string dot match this regex. So let's try and run it and see what we are getting. Right. Okay. Bright yellow contains no other bag. Oh, okay. I think I can't get more than this. I want to get 5 wavy green bags, but seems like I can't really do it. Well then, okay, so I'm gonna match whatever. Okay, I'm gonna probably split the regex into smaller pieces so that I can map it slowly, which means that, okay, so what I'm gonna do here is gonna match the bags style and then the rest, and then I'll get the rest and then to do another regex match, right? So here I'm gonna say anything, and actually I don't need the full stop, so I'm gonna match it. I'm gonna not include it in the match. Okay, so okay, this is where I would start to think about probably put it in a function, because so that I can call it multiple times, because there will be multiple regex, and so get rule string rule string. I like to get my variable names nice and clear. It's clear to me. I'm not sure about you. So what we're gonna do next is that gonna have this regex are gonna match with the string rule string dot match, and because it's always a valid input, so we are gonna destructure it immediately. We're not gonna check whether it's null or not. And the first part of it is the outer layer, right? Outer. And then the description. Oh, contains, right? I didn't call it contains because it can contains all of them. Okay. And then contains should split by comma space. So it will be smaller parts of it. And then map for each of the contain, because I'm plural here and this will be the singular, although there's no plurality for verb, right? Anyway, yeah, bad grammar, but anyway, this will be bags equals, and okay, should be inner, okay, and then if okay, so this is where we're gonna do another regex, which is the contain dot match. Again, there may be, I think there's no unnecessary spaces. We have splitted and removed them. Okay, so we're gonna start with number, and then with a space, and then all the description you can think of, and then bags, and then this, right? And with that, right? And actually, if contain equals to no other bags, we're gonna return null, right? No bags. You can't contain anything. But else, once we match, this probably will be matching something. Then it will be the amount and the bag. And we're gonna return amount and a bag as an object. Right, and finally we're gonna filter Boolean. So what this means is that we're gonna filter out null. Null will be removed. So this will be our rule, which is return outer and inner. Right, so inner is actually an object. It's an array of objects which tells you in each object it has amount and the bag type. Right, so now we know how to get all the rules. So let's try once and see whether it gets it correctly. Okay, and over here, gonna remove all these unnecessary things. Okay, extra. Let's run. Right, so bright yellow contains nothing, no bags, and then dotted blue has 5 wavy green and 3 pale beige, right? So same thing, we are going to split by new line, and we're going to map line. Each line is actually a rule, and then we're going to call get rule line, and then we're going to get rules, right? So this is the rules. And so what next, right? What's next is that actually we're gonna build something like a graph-like structure that tells you that we're gonna go through each of the rules, and for each of the inner bag, we're gonna have like set of you're gonna map that inner to a list of outer bags that it can be contained in, right? And then we're gonna build this kind of map. So the key is the type of the inner bag, and the value is a list of outer bags that can contain this inner bag. And then we build this map, and then we find the shiny gold bag. We're gonna find all the outer bags, and from this list we're gonna go through again, find all the outer bags, and keep repeating, right? And in the process, all the bags that we've been through, we're gonna add it into the set, and that will be the result, which is we're gonna return the length of that set, right? So I'm gonna create a new map equals new map, and for each of the rule, so we will have inner, right? So for the inner, which is containing amount and bag. So I think amount, we are not using it for now. We might use it part 2. I'm guessing we might. So, but now we're gonna rule dot inner, right? So destructure this as well, inner and outer. Inner. And for inner bag, so we're gonna map if map dot has the inner bag name, then okay, if it does not, we're gonna set a new set, right? So now in this line, definitely there is, right? So we're gonna say map dot get the bag, and then we're gonna add a new item in, which is the outer. So we're gonna build this map all the way. So now we have this map being built. Next thing we're gonna do is that we're gonna find our shiny gold bag. Shiny gold. So this is our result, result is a new set. And we're gonna do it recursively, right? We're gonna find all the outer bag and then do it again for each of the outer bag. So we're gonna call it like find outer and the name of the inner bag. And we're gonna call this find outer shiny gold. And after that, basically, we can actually pass the result in, but in this case, it can also be accessed as the outer scope. But at the end of it, probably we'll get result.size is what we are looking for. We're going to console that out, right? And now we're going to do final outer, right? So if map.has inner bag, or it does not has, then we're going to return immediately, nothing, don't need to do anything. But if not, so this is like return as early as possible, right? But if there is, then we're gonna loop through each of the outer bag, right? So map.get inner bag, loop through it, outer of, and looping through it, we are going to call we're gonna actually adding them to the result. Adding them to the results, and then we're gonna call find outer inner bag, the outer bag, right? So one thing I usually would think about and worry about here is that what if a bit slow, where you might have recursive inside of outer where A can condense B, B can condense A, and then you go it indefinitely, right? So just to be sure to prevent it, usually what you do is you have a visited set, right? And this actually just guard you just in case that you do encounter it multiple times. So I'm gonna add it somewhere here before we do like a for loop to find and do all the stuff, that all the main part of the logic. We're gonna check if visited set has inner bag. We're gonna return bye bye. We're gonna use it anymore, but if not, then we're gonna add inner bag, right? So this is just to prevent recursive, right? And I think that's it. So we are going to call contain match. Okay, no other bags are, so something is, I'm gonna print out what is contained because apparently it does not match this mapping. I'm gonna run and oh, okay, so there's actually plurality. So bag can be bag or bags. So we're gonna say S is optional. Gonna remove this. I'm gonna try run again. Init visited. Okay. I need to, because I previously I called visited at here and we can't find out before we initialize it, and so we should move it right before the find out, right? And let's try run again. Run again. 3, 7, 8. Seems like a fair answer. I'm gonna try and submit. That's the right answer. Okay, so that's rough though. So quick recap of what we have done so far. We use regex to mesh the rule, and then we build a map to map inner and outer like a graph kind of relationship, and then we traverse through it like a map, and we do have some guard in case of cyclical reference or repeating visit of the same thing, which help us to be faster, right? Part 2 It's getting pretty expensive to fly these days, not because of ticket price, but because of the ridiculous numbers of bag you need to buy. Consider again a shiny gold bag, the rules above. Okay, so a single shiny gold bag must contain 1 dark olive bag and 7 others within it, and plus 2 vibrant plum bags. So shiny, where? Oh my god, shiny gold bag. Where is shiny gold bag? Wait, it does say shiny gold bag. Okay, shiny gold bag contain 1 olive and 2 plum, right? Sorry, part 2. 1, 2 plum. Okay, so to carry a shiny gold bag, you need faded blue and dotted black, right? If you need shiny, it's a faded. Wait. So what am I looking at here? Okay, so consider again your shiny gold bag and the rules from the above example. So a single shiny gold bag must contain 1 dark olive and 2 vibrant plum bags. Right? 1 dark olive, 2 vibrant plum, correct. And the 7 bags within it, because 1 dark olive contains 7 other bags, 3 faded blue and 4 black bags. Right? And so faded blue itself contains no other bags, and olive dotted black contains no other bags. So this is just 7, right? And then vibrant plum bag contains 5 faded blue and 6 dotted black. Again, is 11, right? So total would be 32 bags, right? So 1 shiny gold, 7 of the bags because of the dark olive. And then hold on a sec. So faded blue, 1 for shiny. Oh no, 1 for olive. Okay, 1 for olive, 7 for the olive inner bag, 2 for the vibrant plum, and plus 22 for the inner of the vibrant plum, right? So 32. And of course, the actual rules have a small chance of going several levels deeper than this example, okay? So another example is 2 red bags, each of red bags is 2 dark orange, and dark orange is 2 yellow, yellow is dark green. And so this is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 2 plus 2. Okay, so violet. I think you get it, right? I think I get it. So let's try and run this, alright? So how many individual bags require? Okay, so we can reuse this. The rule is okay. The map itself is not quite. So we're gonna remove this. Instead, we're still gonna need a map. Instead, we're gonna know the outer and then whatever the inner is. Because now the rules are, just to be fast, because right now the rules, what happens with the rules is that it's an array of rules, right? To have a faster search of it, we can actually create a map out of it. So for cons inner outer of rules map.sets outer inner, right? So now we can quickly find the back and find all inner back based on the outer back, right? And then okay, this can be commented out. Okay, now what we need is that for each of the back, we'll find how many bags it needs to have, right? Count bags required for an outer bag, right? And our goal is to find count bags required for shiny gold bag. Shiny gold, right? And that's it, right? Okay, so for So okay, so I'm guessing that the input is perfect, where I can definitely find this outer back in the map, right? So this will give me actually the inner back requirement. So gonna sum off all of that requirement, right? So gonna have a sum equals to 0 and gonna return it in the end, right? And we're gonna loop through inner because inner is array, and inner actually has an object called amount and back, right? So amount and back of inner, and what we're gonna do here is that we're gonna call count backs require for the inner back and times the amount it requires for it. I'm gonna add to the sum, right? And actually the sum has to be 1 to begin with because this outer back alone is 1 back, right? And that is it, right? So let's run this and let's copy this, paste it in. Not the right answer. Okay, so there's a lot to swallow, but let's try it out with a simple test case first. One, two, seven. I think we counted 1 too many. Because shiny gold back is not. We don't have to count shiny gold back, right? Which means that actually 27527. What we need is 27526 and submit. Again, we are rate limited and we just have to wait. So sorry, you have to bear with me. I'm guessing hopefully this will be the right answer. So in the meantime, I'm going to say this is Advent of Code Day 7. I have a series of Advent of Codes which you can watch, and I'm going to make more of the days as the day goes by. So to know all of them, please subscribe down below, so that I will keep you posted when you'll get notified when there's new videos coming out. I'm going to return, and I believe it's time to 7526 submit. Yay! It's the right answer. Okay, so that is day 7, and we shall see you in the next video, right? I've said everything about subscribe. I think I left out will be thumbs up and comment if you like this video, and we shall see you later soon. Bye.